Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Punisher here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video on the whole state of the unit, where we're going to be heading, and different plans that are coming in. So we've made it through our third month throughout this year. Been very eventful with a lot of stuff going on, from people leaving to the whole Hark stuff that's happened, to Blind being put on FLOA, but I'm going to try and address everyone's issues and problems as best I can and cover the general state of the unit as a whole. So, main question is what happened to Blind? So, Blind, as of recently, has been put on FLOA, and if you haven't seen, he's been demoted. This is due to him with some negligence of leadership. So he's needed a well-deserved break, to be honest, but his actions cannot be going unpunished for what he's done recently with one of the B1 ops. Those people have been punished for it, but Blind cannot be someone who can just go past it. So Blind's been put on FLOA. For those who don't know, he's taken a nice lovely break. He's going to come in nice and strong in the next 2 months. So when he comes back, you guys will know he'll kick it back off, and hopefully we'll be in a way better state. But until then, I've got the keys. I'm in the driver's seat for the minute. So if you have any issues that you want to bring up with Blind, I say please pass them over to me, so then I can sort them out, and Blind can enjoy his time off and think freely without having to worry about the unit. With that rolling into it, it's going to go into the state of the unit. So recently, there's been multiple addresses of racism. Of course, Blind brought it up in one of the posts saying that racism is unacceptable. And, gents, we cannot be having it as one of the main GARC units. We gotta show and we gotta lead with respect. If people are being racist in ops and all that, it's gotta be knocked on the head. Try and keep it to yourself. If you have like a certain urge to do it, you don't need to say it. People don't want to hear it. People come here to have fun. So I gotta ask you, please do not bring it in. And this ties into the rules. The rules are being updated as follows. We're having to change all the way down, making sure that the rules fit the new bill. Because as of recently, we noticed that some rules have become kind of redundant, while other rules are just not really necessary, and some that need to be added in as well. These new rules should go in complement with what we're trying to aim for with this unit, which is a more friendly place, and making sure everyone's having fun and no one feels out of place. Another thing, for those people who are going into the CP course or who were on the CP course who have missed it, Legator is now handling it. We're going to be looking at a whole return to how it was before. Very excited for what's going to be coming within the CP course. I remember, was it 2 years ago, doing my CP course, and that was a whole lot of fun. So catch the excitement, you all, with that. Another point is with B1. Some people have been bringing up to me what's happening with B1 because they've heard so and so. So with B1, this is going to be tying into next month. We're looking at the B1 rebuild that was on the yearly plan. This will be looking into B1, making sure that we get those numbers up from the pilots to even the squads, making sure that we have everyone starting to fill back in, and we actually have a full active platoon that actually goes to the time zone instead of having fill-ins. Some people think why this is a concern. The main concern is when we have a platoon, the whole point of this platoon is to have not just people in it, but to also have trainings, have social interactions, also have like a planned date. So when all these people come in, when we have joint ops, FTXs and all that, we have the same people coming in and out. If the whole platoon was just based on fill-ins, and it's just, what's the point? We might as well just have a fun op during that time. So with the B1 rebuild, it's mainly going to be focusing on the health of B1, getting it back up to shape than what it was before, as these past 3 months have been very heavy hitting on Broadsword 1. But within the next few months, and especially next month, we're going to hopefully see a ramp up in B1, and As well, this ties into another thing with main ops. So guys, I know that recently our main ops and also some fun ops with the server box being funny, it was inevitable. The main thing that you guys gotta understand is Arma is a funny little subject of a machine. It will not work at the best of times, and at the worst of times it will somehow run perfectly. With multiple help from everyone in this unit and the well supported mod team, we've managed to fix down the bugs, so now we're having stable ops without having major yellow chains coming in. We're still looking at the desync issue, but I'm going to be pulling a few legs around here and there, and say least, hopefully we'll have our servers running perfectly within the next few months. But gents, please be patient. If you see any problems within server and you have good experience and you think you know what the problem is, don't be afraid to bring it up. Any ideas will help out at all, but don't just go for and random jumbo bullshit around. If you don't know what it is, just hold off. If you do know what it is, or you think you have an idea, don't be afraid to post it. And if you have any questions, of course, many people are well versed into this stuff. I'm not really like the best person. I don't really pass programming, and Arma does confuse me, but trying to learn every day, and you learn something new when you ask, so don't be afraid. The other point is with Hammer and Longbow. Of course, we had both of our Hammer and Longbow leads leave recently due to their own personal issues, and they've been replaced. So we've had Kari being brought up to the fold for Hammer. He's been doing a really good job with looking over the docks and overall making sure the health of Hammer is up to 110%. And with Longbow we have Caboose and Joey, and they are planning to bring Longbow back up to shape since most people left. They have half of their stuff filled already, and they're focusing on their trainings. To say the least, soon enough, Longbow will be opening up, and people will be able to try it for those who are interested. Longbow is a very fun experience, something that you won't see anywhere else within this unit. Another point to say as well, Hammer is always open. They've just changed over their training docks, so if you're wanting to get into Hammer, now is the great time, because they got all the experience of multiple different pilots coming in. And as well, for those who haven't seen, if you look at the Hammer change docs, some people are also eligible to get a lat qual, basically. I think it is behind a certain rank, of course, because flying is something of a challenging task itself, but to say the least, if you want to have a go at it, don't be afraid. They're going to be looking at doing open houses soon, so those guys who want to put their foot in the water and have a look, it's a perfect time. And for those who are NCOs or above, I'd say go to them as well, because you get obviously learn more experiences with this. The more you know, the more it makes you a better leader at the end of the day. Alright, we go into the fun segment of the unit roadmap, so I'll quickly bring you guys through this. So gents, we are into the month of March, just coming to the end. As you can see with February, it was on track until we got halfway through. The Hammer deadline got adjusted now, so that is gone. The Ghost deadline has already reached. As you see, Ghost is now called Gladius. They have reached their deadline and they've become a full-fledged detachment. I'm pretty sure that we had the joint up with the A5th and we had a town hall last month. The only things to do in this month to finish off is, well, we finished off the NCO course. We've only got the detachments idea, which is going to sadly be put on hold as we have more pressing matters to uphold. And the BC rant, which I will uphold for a minute. No thanks, I will miss out. As we come into April, we're going to be looking at the full rebuild of B1, making sure that they're becoming more stable, and making sure B1 is a nice healthy place to come into. We go into the next part of the NCO course, which I believe is the CS course, if I'm not wrong. And as well, we're planning to have a joint up with the 91st. We're also looking at NCO reviews within this time. Hambino is back, so he should be able to shed more light onto this. And now we come into the next part, the future for the 101st. Apart from the roadmap, my main focus for this unit is to make sure that everyone's having fun at the end of the day. Some sacrifices have been made, talking to multiple people from company level down. The unit, as in my mind at this point, needs to come into a more healthy status from what's happened recently. So the main priority is making sure that everyone's having fun ops. At the end of the day, we all come here to play Arma. Last thing we want to do is have crap ops, and then we work our 9 to 5. We come home. We want to hop on Arma. We want to play for 2 hours, have an absolute blast with our mates, and then next thing you know, we have yellow chain, and then the server dies, and then we have to cancel op. I don't want this anymore. I want to see us all having enjoyment. I want to see us all in ops. I want to see those electronic foes come out. I want to see videos of people having fun, sharing good times, and different experiences that we don't usually see. And recently, this year hasn't kicked off well, and I really want it to. So our main focus is with the server, making sure it's running well, making sure our mod list is kept under change. We won't be seeing any new mod additions unless if it's a necessity for some magical reason. We're going to be mainly focusing on so you guys yourself can have the most utmost fun. The next part with that as well is making sure toxicity within this unit is gone. Those people who have been toxic, we're telling them to leave their baggage there. This is a fresh start now. With the new rule changes coming in, we want everyone on their best behaviour. Because at the end of the day, we're not here to argue, we're not here to create drama. That's the last thing that we all want. The one thing that we do want to see is everyone having smiles, giggles, playing different games, chatting as a community, because that's what we are. We are a community. A bunch of nerds playing a game at a stupid time in the morning, waking up our own parents, or our loved ones, our spouses, or a dog, or our cats, whatever animal you have, playing this game, because we all enjoy it at the end of the day. That's why we're here. That's why some of us are still here. And those who aren't enjoying it, they take breaks. But then they always come back. Because why? Because Arma is a fun game. When we're all working together. So that is the main focus. And that is where our future lies. With the enjoyment and with our community. Those are my main two focuses. Nothing else. It's all about you guys. Because without you guys, I would be nothing. I'd be in a different unit focusing elsewhere, or I would be doing whatever. Welding shitty steel beams onto buildings, then failing them. But, no guys, the future's exciting, but it's also been a very daunting time, and very time for some people, and it has drained my effort, but my willpower is not giving up. As we come to an end here, I just want to say, for those who have any questions, any concerns, any problems, anything that they want to talk about, or general chit chat, my DMs are open. I'm usually on most of the time, usually from British Standard Time, so you just gotta get used to it. The weekends, I'm always available. I'm usually not that busy unless if it's a Saturday. But yeah, guys, I just want to say, make sure you're having fun out there. Don't get bogged down. And don't let this world bring you down. Because we're all here to help out each other, and we're all here to have a laugh and a giggle. Apart from that, gents, leave you to it. Have a nice night. Good night.